This video is called Life After Sandor. He has been very popular on YouTube, thousands of views. He's more popular than my videos. But unfortunately, one Saturday, August of last year, in the afternoon he flew away and I never saw him again. So we have to presume that he's no longer with us. Must have suffered heart failure, because he was between 15 and 20 years old, which was according to a seagullologist, Michael Benson from Seattle. And his comments were very, very useful to me, and I've gone through all the other comments on the YouTube, and these are the answers to the main ones. Someone wrote in, "Oh, you keep feeding him, he won't be able to fend for himself." Well, that wasn't the case, because when I went abroad, he was waiting for me, but he managed to eat whilst I was overseas, and he was always on the roof or in the garden waiting for me. Other people said, want more Sandor videos. Unfortunately, there aren't going to be any. And one of the loveliest contributions to the comment section was a poem by a 16-year-old girl who used to go to Hans Price School in Weston-super-Mare, because children used to take a great interest in Sandor. And she wrote this poem on part 10.3. "Oh Sandor, with your marked eye, how we love to see you fly. Such a shame that you had to go. It's made me feel so sad and low. Oh Sandor, with your marked wing, I heard you were married, but I don't see a ring. Sandor, I wish you could come back. Since you left, everything has gone black. Oh Sandor, don't say you're gone. Your personality was bright and shone. We watched you eat bread, now you could be dead. Oh Sandor, all you wanted was fame. Now you're gone, it's such a shame. Please return, you lovely bird. I hope my poem will be heard." Well, I've waited for Sandor and he's not come back. There's been no more tapping on the window in the morning. But I've just got to take comfort that he had a great life. He was well fed. He lived in this garden for 10 years. I've tried to find another seagull, and I worked on a bird called Marcia. She came up to me once and took some roast meat off me from the scraps that I collect from the cafe Tickle Your Taste Buds here in Burnham-on-Sea. But I haven't been able to find another bird with such a personality. But I'd just like to end the Sandor story on a humorous note. People say, "How well do you get on with the neighbours?" I said, "Very well, but I've only had one complaint, and that was when they heard me talking to Sandor and they accused me of using foul language." One comment that I appreciated was someone said I have a nice garden. So what I'll do is I'll take you around the garden and show you the amphibious life that I've tried to cultivate. Over here I've had a pond put in. It collects water from the roof in a water butt. This is the source of the water supply. It runs down the pipe at the right of the butt, and it goes underneath the bog garden and flows into this pond, which is exclusively for tadpoles. I had about 5,000 in here from February until now. The pond holds about 650 litres of water, and it's been designed by myself so that the water runs down the path when it overflows. The bog gardens have been designed to arrest the interest of the froglets so they can gain strength before they make the long journey around the garden. And this is a nature garden. Here we've got a barrel with 4 goldfish in there. You can just about see them through the reflection. And this is the old pond, and it's exclusively for the breeding of newts. And any time I put the fish net in that pond, I can scoop out a newt, a baby, to show anybody. The lawn has been fenced off so froglets cannot find their way out. So I try to harness them, and they like travelling between the herbs and the fence. And the other day I found 15 froglets there in this corner. And there's a little plastic hose here where froglets can hide. And this is what I'm proud of. This is the frog patch. There's a lot of growth here, a lot of cover. And here is the rock pool, right in the middle of the frog playground. This is used by newts. They hibernate either in this rockery under the stones, and then they emerge into the rock pool in January and February, and I then move them to the old pond. And some newts hibernate in the pond complex, and we've just had a couple of my favourites, pigeons, landing, and there they are. They've come to eat the seed. So I try to attract birds into the garden, and up on the wall there's a bird box, and the blue tit nested in there this summer. 2 chicks didn't survive. In front of the rock pool is a frog adventure playground that I spent £100 on. I got rid of the scree and the pebbles, and I've got some hoses. And here's one. It goes underground into a plastic jar with a slit in it, so frogs can hibernate there all winter. There's a pot there they can shelter in and go in from the front or from the hole at the back. There's 2 little frog houses here. And this afternoon, when I lifted this plant up, I actually saw a frog, and there is a froglet in there, just on the, there it is, that's a froglet, one of hundreds in this area. And here we've got a log tunnel, and under the slates are the ends of hose pipe, so that the frog can go in one end and come out the other. And for weeks now there's been froglets living under this little creeping plant. And behind the garage we have another bird box which was built by my late father. So although I live in a conventional residential road, this garden is designed to attract nature. I'm still looking for a seagull, but there'll be nothing like Sandor. I've been waiting now for over a year to find another seagull, but the personality of Sandor is unique. So in the meanwhile, I just enjoy a garden with fish and amphibians.